hello people, in this video let us look at this preparatory manual for undergraduates for orthopedics. Questions and answers. Basically you should understand this is just a question answer book, no images, nothing other than how you should write the answer in the exam. Okay, this is by Sachin Upadhyay. So I understand that all your final year subjects have this kind of preparatory manual book which will have the questions and answers, a very, very black and white boring book. So if you can tolerate that, then okay. Mostly it's a kind of a guide, right, just to pass your exam. No images, very, very boring. I feel like in the exam if you draw images you get marks. So these kind of books which teach teach the answer without a diagram, I don't recommend. But anyways, let us look at this book. Okay, let's take the example of this hip dysplasia of hip. Okay, and that a congenital one. Okay. So what is this? This is a disabling disorder. What's the definition? It's the development dysplasia of the hip, right? Congenital dislocation of the hip. Congenital dislocation of the hip. Okay, CDH, what can we say? So basically what is the definition itself? They have given 4 points. What is the component of a CDH? There will be subluxation, that is the partial dislocation of the femoral head, acetabular dysplasia, or there can be complete dislocation. Is it the components? So let's draw the femur's head here. So this is how the femur will be, isn't it? And here you have the acetabulum, right? So this will be your part of your bone. This is your hip joint. So basically there is a problem with the hip joint congenitally. So what is the incidence? What is can be associated with other conditions like torticollis, that is the neck, isn't it? The neck. Then metatarsus adductus, that means something to do with your foot, right? Metatarsus. We're talking about your metatarsus adductus. Talipes calcaneovalgus, again something here with your calcaneum, isn't it? Then why does this happen? Why does this congenital hip dislocation of the hip happen? Dysplasia of the hip happen. It can happen because of mechanical factors like a breech delivery or a hormone induced, right? Oh, so a hormone effect can bring joint laxity, is it? Then acetabular dysplasia, genetic. Okay, pathological changes. In the newborn, they are talking about shallow acetabulum, laxity of the capsule, soft tissue interposition. Okay, and in elder children, delay in the ossification. So what are we talking about? We are talking about the pathologic changes. So what can happen? Some obstacles. So what and all can be there? Some constricted joint capsule, etc. So then they will ask you the clinical features. Guys, what are we looking at congenital dysplasia of the hip, isn't it? So what will be the clinical feature? The length discrepancy, right, of the limb. Extra groin crease. A click during hip massage. Whenever they are doing hip massage in the newborn, they are noticing this. An observant mother will notice this in a newborn. Clinical screening, Ortolani test, provocative maneuver of Barlow. When the baby is born itself, they will do all this, right? These are newborn tests. Ortolani, and then Barlow. See, this book was just telling you these, but is it telling you how exactly to do all these maneuvers? No. So this is more like a undergraduate preparatory manual. We'll just write the answer in the exam, right? So what are they telling here? Clinical features in a child. So this was in a newborn, and this is in a child, that is infant to let's say almost an infant, 6 to 18 months. So 1.5 years. And adolescent. They went off till adolescent, is it? Trendelenburg gait, waddling type of gait. So the different types of gaits, right? Galeazzi sign. Sorry, I'm so bad at that. Galeazzi sign. Okay, all this you will observe. Positive telescoping test, which they have not explained in this book. Okay, then you'll write all this, that Narath sign is positive, vascular sign of Narath positive, etc. In adults, what and all you will see? So what will you do with this diagnosis? How will you diagnose? You will diagnose with the help of clinical test and also with the help of ultrasound, radiograph, etc. And clinical test, what and all you will test? Test for instability, Galeazzi-Allen's sign, skin fold test of thigh, gluteal test, Trendelenburg's test, and under this test for instability you have the Barlow's test and Ortolani. Let's write it again. Ortolani. Okay. Now they are explaining about Ortolani test. So how exactly you do it? So you will relocates a dislocated hip. Okay. So the hips are flexed and gently abducted. You're taking it out. Hips are flexed and gently abducted. Okay. So if it is a CD head child, what will happen? A soft clunk as the dislocation reduces and then hip abducts fully. This is the jerk of entry. So you are actually fixing, it relocates the dislocated hip, is it? Which is nice. What is this Barlow test then? Barlow test is test of exit. So guys, we're just looking at the complete answer for the CDH in this book, okay? Barlow test. If it is a CDH, the hip is dislocated. If this hip is dislocated or it was dislocated to start with, a clunk will be heard and felt indicating reduction of the dislocated hip. Okay. So basically you dislocated a dislocatable hip. So this is a test of exit. It will dislocate a dislocatable hip. Okay. So other tests also little they have explained. Then sonography, that is for the ultrasound. Then radiographic features, what will you see? So they have they talk here about the Perkins line, the Hilgen-Reiner line, Shelton's line, and acetabular index and a CE angle of Weiberg. Okay, so these are some radiological features that you need to know. Let's see if they have explained here with a radiograph. Not at all. How will you treat a congenital dysplasia of the hip? So based on the age, guys, focus here. We are looking at this preparatory manual for undergraduates for orthopedics, question answers. We are looking at congenital dysplasia of the hip and we are just trying to take one question and see what and all they have given around for it. So what will you do? If it is 6 to 18 months, closed reduction you will do. Arthrography plus or minus adductor tenotomy. Tenotomy, what is this? Something to do with the tendon, is it? So they're talking about some cast, etc. If it is irreducible, spica cast. And here if it is reducible, arthrography, then you will do reduction, stable reduction in human position, spica cast. Spica cast is there in both the places. Okay, spica cast is there, CT scan. That is common for both again. Spica cast, brace. Okay. So then, if it is a patient who is older, right, after 1.5 years to around 4 years. So here they are doing same arthrography. How is it different? Closed or open treatment. And here, if it is irreducible, open reduction, capsulorrhaphy, pelvic osteotomy. Okay, then physiotherapy. So basically in short, they have written that here, which is good. In children greater than 6 months of age, closed reduction